Hello, everybody, my Cancers. Welcome to Transcendence Tarot. So this, as I'm sure you've realized, or maybe not, is my first set of videos that I've been doing. And what we're looking at today are new moon blessings for the new moon in Virgo. For my Cancers, water signs, we're gonna, take a look at some tarot. We're gonna pull some oracle cards and end it with some words of advice from the universe, your higher self, spirit guide, source, what have you, whatever you call it, or don't call it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, cool. All right, so we've got 9 of Wands as our back of deck energy. So it looks like the Wounded Warrior will not have to continue down this road alone. All right, so let's look at what road we're talking about here. So we've got the Ace of Swords to start, 9 of Swords, Temperance in reverse, the Chariot upright, Page of Wands in reverse, and 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So collaboration and teamwork is something that I think will be really beneficial and will be meaningful and help you progress in whatever endeavor this may be in regard to. And of course, this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate 100% with everybody. That's just not possible. So just take what resonates, let the rest go. And yeah, you know how it goes. So yeah, what we're seeing, I think, so community, big underlying factor, what's coming up so far. You're gonna need to ask for help when you need it, it's not always easy to ask for help, but to open up those lines of communication and know that you're not alone. There's always ancestors, there's always your there's so many forces at work that are trying to help you help yourself. They're co-creating with you, and I think by allowing yourself to open to others' input, and I'm not saying structure your life, your business, your relationship, whatever it may be. I'm not saying structure it around the input of others and solely seek external validation. Absolutely not. But it's knowing it's that balance. It's knowing when to be like, okay, this is not my expertise. I need help. I need guidance. I need insert blank. And what your higher self is trying to say to you right here is you're closer than you think. Whatever this may be, it looks like it's something to do with intellect, communication. Maybe you're a writer, maybe or it could be something else that you're passionate about too. It doesn't have to solely do with communication or learning, education, anything like that. It could just be something that you really enjoy and that lights you up inside and out, and it makes you really want to propel yourself forward, whether it be investing more in that hobby and committing to doing it X amount of times a week, or just not even necessarily focusing on that one thing, but just taking time for yourself X amount of hours a day, whatever you deem necessary, you think is best for yourself. But they're really warning to get out of your head. Like, these first two Swords cards are kind of just a reminder that the stories we tell ourselves, the thought patterns we allow to perpetuate, they don't define us unless we allow them to. And there's so much more than these stories that we play in our heads. They're usually so far from the truth too. They're usually, not always necessarily, but it could be just like societal programming and things that you picked up from your family unintentionally because it's what you were around all the time. And maybe it's time to take a step back and reassess why you're doing certain things. And maybe talking to others about it will help you integrate what you've been feeling for a while. Because, I think like our bodies know, how do I phrase this? They intuit things so differently, so much quicker than our rational minds do. Like, it takes so long for the mind to catch up to what the body already knows. And so harnessing like the power of dropping into your body and really talking to yourself too about what you want, having those conversations and knowing that it's so close. Like, you don't have to be that patient anymore. It's right here. There's so much movement. You've done a lot of work and it's showing. Like, there's balance, and that balance doesn't just drop out of the sky. Like those two dogs there in the Chariot card, it represents not only your successes but your shortcomings, or like not only your flaws but the positive qualities. Like, you can't have one without the other, and I think that's something you've already realized, and I think you've embraced it to such an extent by finding like this balance from the Temperance card. Like, that balance has been found. It's there, but it's just trusting that you don't have to see immediate results. You won't see immediate results, but it's already happening. And you may seem timid, and like your mind's gonna want to hold you back. It's gonna say, no, you can't do it alone. Like, come back to me where it's safe and where I know what each day is gonna bring, where I know the patterns that I will continuously go through the motions of every day. Like, that's what our mind does. It's that lovely vagus nerve that's like, like, no, animal brain, lizard brain, like, you can't do it, does not compute, do. Like, but it's not true, and we know this. Like, especially when we take a step back, get out of our heads, breathe, meditate, and allow that space to just be. Allow ourselves to just be. We don't always have to be in constant motion. Motion and productivity, expenditure does not equate to productivity or worth, self-value, anything. Like, those are such capitalistic notions that are so infuriating to me, to say the least. But so really trusting that things will come together at the right time, and not trying to force things where they don't belong. and succumbing to the flow of life, I think, is really what's jumping out here, Cancers. So those with the tarot cards, we got that. So now we're gonna add some oracle cards, see what they've got to say. Take one more, please, spirit guides for Cancers. Okay, or two. That's cool. All right, so first one that hopped out was snip, snip. What can you get rid of? And that one has to do with those mental patterns, those thoughts, those habit loops. Oh my gosh, if y'all haven't read Dr. Joe Dispenza's Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and that what I was saying about being so caught up in your head and talking negatively to yourself and berating yourself, saying you can't do stuff, if that is you, that was me. It still is me. Who am I kidding? But yeah, reading that book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, such a game changer. And right when I was saying that, it was 11:11 on the time. So even more so, if that resonates, like, yes, get rid of anything that isn't helping you move forward. Any loose ends, loose strings. You don't want, when you've got like a hem, I think that's what it's called, but when you've got a string coming out like the side of a sweater, you're not gonna pull it, like it's just gonna come all undone. Cut it. We're gonna cut that stuff before it gets out of hand. And then mood. How can you self-regulate? Finding those healthy habits, maybe creating new ones or adjusting the ones you have to be more beneficial, but to suit your schedule more. Like if having this amount of time at this time of day, like say in the morning you really want to like get in a 20-minute workout session and have coffee before you do anything else, but your first meeting is 7 a.m. and you are not so if something isn't working, not only cut it out, but change it, rearrange it. Like, we are porous goo, like lava lamps. I don't know about that, but like we shape shift. Humans are so adaptable, and we have the power to really not only change our mood, change our mindset, but change our reality through our thoughts. Like, our mind is so powerful, and that ties into this. This is a spell. Like, y'all are a spell. Just keep doing what you're doing and take those steps to ground, to recenter yourself, and to really let go of these thought patterns that just don't serve you anymore. Oh, and bottom of the deck we got Black Lives Matter. So we're gonna see some self-care cards from our Cancers. How can Cancers, that was a bit too, how can Cancers care for themselves during this new moon period? What are ways that will really nourish their soul? What are things, actions, habits? Woo! We'll get one more. That one is connect with crystals. So, if you've got an altar, maybe grab a crystal from there. If not, if you don't have crystals, a rock. Finding a cool rock outside is, but it's the intention. Like, yes, crystals are awesome and beautiful, but if you don't have any and don't want to buy any, like, don't do it. They're cool, they're shiny, but rocks that you find outside can be just as cool. Like, that's where my collection started, was all with rocks. But yes, so that could be a way to help you ground, or maybe even spend time in the mountains amongst the rocks, and like just embody their energy, like the power of nature, the power of nature. And we got number 51, sync with the moon. Perfect for a new moon blessings draw. So you know what this means. Set those intentions tonight. Writing I am statements. I am abundant. I am calling in my soul tribe. Whatever it may be, like just write that down and repeat it until you feel it in your heart. Intention setting it, yeah, so powerful. Or like water manifestation, big fan of that. Oh, and that's interesting. On the bottom of the deck we got ground yourself. So those rocks, man, connect to your roots, meditate in nature. I love how she has a lotus on top. A lotus cannot grow without mud, and we're the same way. We need the mud to have to get through so we can bloom, So please, oh geez, okay, thank you. Alright, I was gonna do 2, but 3 works also. So we've got meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Yes, meditating, grounding will be so beneficial for you Cancers during this new moon period. And know that the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon, and I love how that card correlates with the movement of the Chariot and Temperance upside down, because it's like you don't have to be, like, of course, be patient, be kind, be compassionate, but know that it's already happening. You're doing it. And to keep moving forward, just keep working through those fears. New moon in Scorp. So this could be even like a time frame. So that, this could be something that you have felt happening, like this shift of stepping into your power and finding like your passion and like those you want to share your passion with, your tribe. It could have started mid-March. I don't remember the exact date of the new moon in Pisces. But then new moon in Scorp, so this could be a time frame between March and November for some of you, but again, time is so subjective. It can happen so much quicker than that, especially, or longer, depending on life choices. Don't stress it too much, but it's not too far away. So spirit guides, ancestors, for yourself of Cancer, please give us some advice cards. How many do we have? We have 3. I am going to pull one more, and with these I'm gonna read just a quick excerpt from the book. I just love the way it's written, and there's a lot to it, but I just read the quick excerpt to get the point across. So first we have the Mother, number 46. Compassion, number 29. Protection, number 34. And presence, number 22. Alright, so let me just read these really quickly for y'all. Number 46. So, this is great because number 46, the mother is Cancer, so pretty spot on. So this is intimacy, home, and sensitivity. My moon children, which is awesome too. I love how we got sync with the moon card because Cancer, moon, bone, like moon babies. I love it. All right. So in the cosmic womb, we are always safe and nurtured. We share this place with our ancestors. The Cancer energy makes space for us to listen to our emotions and intimacy needs. It cradles us until we feel calmer and reminds us that it's okay to cry if we need to. Yes. And yeah, with this coming up, it's like, don't beat yourself up for feeling things. Like, embrace that. Let it come and go. Come and go. It'll go as quickly as it comes. It'll come as quickly as it goes. Like, cyclical nature of life. We tend to make things harder on ourselves than we need to. And then compassion, loving kindness, tenderness, and tolerance. We are souls having a human experience. Souls love unconditionally. We are expressions of the cosmos, and the cosmos is made out of love. We often create our own suffering through self-judgment and self-sabotage. We never seem to reach the high expectations we have set for ourselves. Then we do the same with the rest of the world. Break the cycle and begin with loving yourself unconditionally. And that's where it begins. Loving yourself, all parts of yourself, all phases of yourself. We go through phases just like Mother Moon. Y'all know that though? Okay. So, protection. Oh gosh. Sorry. Apparently I shouldn't have said it like that. That was a sign. So, protection. Boundaries, shielding, conservation. A defensive shield protects and sustains our energy. It's our responsibility to keep it potent and robust. In this energetic field, nothing can harm our alignment. It allows us to stand in our power and show up in a world where our light is needed. So how can you protect yourself? How can you protect your mind? What is it that you need? I'm really sitting with that. This one is a really big, getting a lot of feels with this card. Yeah. And then presence. So crystals could be coming up because there could be some people around you lately who might be draining your energy, draining your mood, affecting you to a greater extent than they should. And now that's not to say that it's anybody's fault. It's just something to realize, and upon realization to take steps to prevent, like an energy leak. If there's gas leaking from a gas hose or a gas tank, like, you're not just gonna let it sit, then you'd have to be on the same wavelength as, these corporations and oil companies who want to continuously build oil pipelines. And I know nobody thinks like that. We would rather water than oil in our water. Let's say it together. Well, I'm not kidding, but okay. Anyways, that was a tangent, but presence. Acknowledgement, mindfulness, openness. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Life keeps unfolding, but we remain rooted in the awareness of the present moment. Everything is right here. There is no space for resistance. We are completely open, All we have to do is be here now. Yeah, Cancers, it's already happening. You've been doing it. This is something that you've been working on and you are so deserving of. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope we all move forward with presence and compassion and yeah, protect ourselves when we need to. Oh, did I? Okay. I got so lost on my tangent that I don't even think I mentioned why I went on the tangent. And I'll say it really quick. So the crystals, yes, can serve as a form of protection too. If you have crystals and you want to keep one in your pocket or, wear one on a necklace. I have a bunch in my ears. I got some quartz and some, different little jazzies. It depends what day it is, what earrings are in there, but, well, not whatever. Alas, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out despite my rambling. I got really rambling in this one. But yeah, if you'd like to, feel free to comment below. Let me know how it resonated, what you think, and anything else, any other way you'd like to connect. But yes, thanks so much for being here. I wish you the best. Happy new moon, and I will see you next time.